Hello. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to mark in BrightSpace. Um, so I'm in an old course here because it has students. It's the easiest way for me to show you how to mark. You'll see that a lot of this has been customized. If you're looking at customizing your course, so you have a banner or a customized nav bar, you can watch some other videos, but that's why it looks a little bit different than my other ones because I've customized and personalized this course. Today I'm going to show you how to mark. So let's go to the Dropbox where I have some students who've submitted work. You'll see that down here I have all of the different assignments for this course. I have organized them so you can see, like, this is our first unit, the Writer's Toolbox, poetry, short stories, and then all of the different assignments that they can submit. I'm going to show you the monologue response because I know that this one has a rubric attached to it, so I can show you a few different things. So when you click on the folder, you would get a list of all of the students and their work. You can see that I have already marked this assignment, and you can see when I published it. And you can also see that the student has read the feedback, which is really cool because now you can see that they have in fact received the feedback that you have given them. They know that they have accessed it and when they did that. And there's lots of neat features. Actually, I probably should have shown you before we got into here that this won't show any right now because there's no new submissions, but let's say you've marked along but someone's handed something in late, you can actually just click on, there'll be a blue number here, you can click on it and they'll just take you to the new submission so you don't have to scroll through all the old ones. But yeah, so we're going to do monologue response, and then I'm going to click on this student's assignment because I want to mark it. So this is where you're going to be, you can be marking assignments in BrightSpace. This button here will allow you to toggle to full screen. So let's say you want to actually put comments and mark this assignment up. You have a number of different options at the top here. You can zoom in, let's say the font's too small, zoom out. You can scroll through and read their work. You can use a pen, which you can change the color to. Let's say you want to do red, and you can start circling or drawing arrows, X's, whatever you want on their page, changing the color. You can change, so that's drawing. You can also do free form highlighting, so you can highlight words, portions. You can do text highlighting, so I want to highlight this right here, and it highlights it a little bit more uniformly for you. You can also erase, and so you can change the size. A lot of these things too. You can make the eraser bigger or smaller. But if, let's say you didn't want to circle that, this arrow didn't turn out as well as you like. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. You can erase things. So there's lots of fun features in there, and so you can change how translucent it is, the size of it, all that fun stuff. There's so many different options in there. This icon here shows you to make that you can make notes. So, for us English teachers, this means make new paragraph. So you can come in and put that there and then leave a comment, new paragraph here, which then the student can hover over when they see this icon, like, well, what is this? What is this icon here for? Oh, they want me to start a new paragraph or to indent. Starring it, you can just switch it to a note. This one I kind of like because you can get even matched up with your colors. So it's actually a little pointing down. So a little note here, this is spelled wrong, or I really like the idea, but needs to be whatever, right? So you can leave a little note. It's like a comment in Google, and they'll only see the little icon until they scroll over it, and then they'll get your comment there. But there's lots of different, you can do an arrow, you can do a check mark, a circle, all those sorts of things, right? Or remove them if you don't like them. Yeah. So lots of different ways to like actually mark up the assignment in BrightSpace. Oh, you can create text boxes. So you can actually type, well done, on the page if you wanted. Cone. Whoops, well done. And so there's just lots of, you could draw lines for if that's something you want to do. Maybe your science and math teachers, you want to be actually to be able to draw a line on your paper. Great. But you can actually mark up their assignment, which is kind of nice. You can also delete annotations. So like, I didn't want to draw that line on there. Okay. Yeah, you can click on one and delete it really easily as well. So that's how you could actually mark up an assignment and leave comments on it. You also can now see this. So I've marked the student's assignment. They got 30 out of 30. They did really well. But I'll show you what the rubric looks like when you're marking. So in this course, I had points associated with the rubric. So when I was marking it, I could click off a level 4, and in this case, they got 10 out of 10. But let's say I didn't want to give them 10 out of 10. I wanted to give them 8.5 out of 10. You can override the final mark. So you can still click on level 2, but maybe they got a 6.8, whatever the case might be. If you're not using points, then you're just going to be clicking things off. But if you did use points, know that you can override the marks at the end. And then you can leave, there's an opportunity for you to leave actual comments and feedback here. So you can leave an overall note and how they can improve. You can add a file. So let's say you typed up those comments in a doc. You could add that. You can do an audio recording, so giving them oral feedback. You could do a video recording. Sometimes what I did was I would screencastify. So because I wanted to mark their document and point things out and make oral comments. So I would do a screencastify, and then I would embed the video. I would insert it in here. You can insert links. I did this a lot. I inserted links a lot to like Grammarly blogs. So say you need to relearn how to write semicolons, and then I would like highlight the word semicolon and link them to a Grammarly post on how they should properly do that. Because in this case, it was a 4U course. So I'm like, you should already know how to do this. But you can insert all kinds of fun stuff into here. And then this, if you haven't marked before, it will say save or publish. In this case, because I've already marked the assignment, it's going to say update. I can also retract so that the student won't see the comments that I'm making. But yeah, you could update it. Yeah, and that's how you kind of go about marking in BrightSpace. Students can then see that they achieved what they achieved, get their feedback. They can see the comments that you've left or the marks that you've left on their assignment. So that's marking in BrightSpace.